If you want a better tomorrow or a tomorrow at all, find some hope fast. That's what we'll do today on the next Simple Step podcast. I'm Paul Goldsmith. And if you're feeling discouraged or hopeless about a situation in your life, the best advice that I can give you is don't stay there. Find a high hope person, preferably someone who's been where you are, and just spend some time with them. Ask them how they found hope, where they got it from. Hope is contagious and it dies in isolation. We need each other. We all need hope on a daily basis to go on. I was reminded of this truth when I heard the story of Sergeant Major Kevin Bittenbender. He says without hope, he would have taken his own life.
I could fully attest that I would be a statistical number of 22 if it weren't for hope.
22 is the estimated number of veterans every day in America when all hope is lost, do the unthinkable. But not if the aptly named Hope for the Warriors has their way. They help veterans reintegrate back home, they help them find hope, and they help Sergeant Bittenbender with his PTSD. So much so that Bittenbender just completed the Pittsburgh Marathon less than a year and a half after he had part of his left leg and foot amputated. I know how hard it is to run a marathon on two healthy feet and legs. I can't imagine the pain, the trial. It would have been so easy for him to just give up, not run at all, but stay home and just have a very reasonable, valid excuse for not doing that. But with hope, he did, and he's going to continue running marathons. And I find that so inspiring. So for you, whatever it is you're facing, don't give up hope. My friend Shelly is the executive director of a food pantry called The Well Outreach. And Shelly sees dozens of people every day who are on the margins, families that don't have anything in their pantry, no groceries at all, kids that are going hungry. And she says, though, people think we give away food, but what we really give away is hope through the vehicle of food. And that distinction changes everything. And Shelly is a high hope person because what I found is if you want more hope, give it to someone else and you yourself will get more of it. The thing about hope is it's not passive, it's action oriented. And there is a difference between being an optimistic person and a hopeful person. John Parsi, executive director of the Hope Center at Arizona State University, says hopeful people cannot just wish things into existence. Hope requires a person to take responsibility for their wants and desires and take action in working towards them. Optimistic people see the glass as half full, but hopeful people ask how they can fill the glass full. I love digging into the research on hope because it does change everything. There's some researchers that looked into how groups take action, and just thinking about the US presidential elections where half of citizens don't vote, it's because they don't believe there will actually be any change. They've lost hope. And these researchers looked at what compels groups to take action versus not take action. And they found overwhelmingly that, quote, without hope, there can be no basis for agency, which informs goal-directed action. In other words, agency is the belief you can change. If you don't think you can change, you won't. If you don't believe the situation can change, you won't help make it change. You won't help make it change. But like I said, hope is contagious. Surround yourself with hopeful people. Get rid of the influences that take away your hope, the people that don't want to see change, that aren't taking action, and set a goal that you can work toward and take action toward that. As you go, you'll have more hope along the way. It's a renewable resource, so every day taking action will help you have more hope. I hope this has been helpful to you, and if you'd like more help on clarifying your goals and taking the next simple step, feel free to reach out. My number, 559-574-3210. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you next time on the next Simple Step podcast.